Welcome back to my expanded divine panel of the Infinite Eight to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. So, well. Gifts Unlocked by To the Inner Wild. Season 2, Episode 15. Magnetized enforcements are on point. So, I didn't get to do the same type of setup. I think the creators or the forum decided to rework some things like on a fly, which means that I can't do what I did before. At least I don't know if somebody did that on their own accord or with the direction from a higher up. I do not know. But perhaps they don't want me to receive the best of both worlds, because I cannot set up on my PC webcam to schedule a time and then go on my phone. It won't allow for the video, or it won't even show that there's a scheduled live stream on my phone in order to hop on. So, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. Yeah, see, look. Scheduled live streams. Nada. Nada. So, give me a second. I'm just gonna fiddle around with this stuff. Boop. I'm just gonna fiddle around with this stuff. Boop. I'm just gonna fiddle around with this stuff. Boop. I'm just gonna fiddle around with this stuff. I'm just gonna fiddle around with this. It just keeps doing it. Okay, give me a second. Okay. So as you know, whoever admins, it's like this dynamic is no stranger to any admin. And so participant mode, it should only be subscribers. I don't know what happened there, but I checked it several times. Okay. Yeah, that's what it shows up here. But then on here, I think there's something not working out over here. So it doubled up on that. I'm just trying to figure things out. Okay. Premium controls. Tell me what I shall do. Okay, manage videos. Okay, so I'm gonna do a plus. I'm going to look at upcoming. It doesn't show scheduled. Yeah, so it just won't let me. It won't. That's okay. Everything is meant to be as it's supposed to be. So no complaints here. All right. So Gifts Unlocked by To the Inner Wild, Season 2, Episode 15. That is a devil card. Therefore, this is labeled as Magnetized. Enforcements are on lock. I don't know what to expect out of this one, but I'm just gonna figure my way into this realm. Maybe if I point downwards a little. No, that doesn't get me all frigged up. It's okay. Okay. It's okay. I'm not embarrassed. This is the nature of the beast. Let me see here. Can I bring this back down here? I'm not afraid. Okay. Put that down here. Ooh. Maybe down here. Oh, Merry Christmas. Okay. Look. You're gonna learn to love me. You are. That kind of does it. I'm just trying to find my angle. It won't allow me to do this on my regular PC, like get the same range, nor even do like a practice set unless I haven't found it yet. But like, yes, we did it. Screen test. Let's do this. All right, okay. So on the left side, I have Temperance in reversal. The tidal wave has come in. It has come through. And I'm seeing my particular range of it, which is a Page of Cups on the doing side. Like it's accessible and not flooded with BS. I woke up this morning. All right. And but this is like a huge tidal wave came through. So this is like a tide pull, not tide pool, but like the undercurrent, the thing that sweeps you from beneath it. I forget what you call that. I always forget that term, but that's okay. I love myself. So feeling the pull, the magnetism, and it's beneath the surface. It's an intuitive smackdown, really. What is it? A tide something. It's okay. But it I notice it, but this is confirming that I'm well fortified. Like it didn't pull me under. What is it? That song. What is that song? Ain't nothing gonna break my stride, and nothing gonna hold me down. Oh no, I've got to keep on moving and moving with grace at that, with the freaking tidal wave, and its pull. So magnetized enforcements are on point. Okay. So I'm a part of this. That's the implication, that I'm one of the enforcements. Positive reinforcements. Yeah, Page of Cups. That's what they are. Oh, you know what? It's about leaving a world behind. A former place, a former vibe. This is into a new trajectory, a new timeline. You see, there's like a portal between what once was and what is now. And so this tidal wave, I don't get to experience it because it's what's happening in, oh my God, there, right there. What's happening there. And so I get like funding from that source without being like all frigged up. I like it. I like where this is going. So that's the energy. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go with these cards. Okay. It is the Revelations Tarot, I believe, or Reversal Tarot. I don't even know, because it came in this bag, and that's just, oh, here we go. There it is. It's on the bottom. It was hiding. 7-day spread, then the horoscope spread. Okay, well, never mind. It doesn't say. That's okay. I love myself. All the surprises that come along the way. Okay. Those are the energy cards. Header cards or segue? Do we do segues? Segues from here. Okay. I got some beautiful cards from here. Do I put these away? Yes, I can. Okay. What flipped through here? Rooster inverted, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. And then broken wishbone extroverted, wish will not be granted. Yeah, I think this is stuff from previous segue. Sometimes when we have to get through what we have to get through in order to get to a new place, when somebody's going to try to like tackle you and they miss, usually like move out of the way, like, oh my God, what's going on? And they fall flat on their face or whatever it is, smack down. With their own G-force, sometimes you just have to use that to cross the bridge. I think that's my bridge to get over this. Okay, all right. And even if they steer themselves into their deathbed trying to do us harm, it's like, okay, well, I didn't mean to dance on your grave, but I'm doing my victory dance, and you just happen to set yourself right over there. So, you know, I know it looks bad, but if you get the whole context of it, I was doing my bit anyway. You just decided to assert yourself. So that's what it looks like. So things are not always what they seem. Um, definitely. I know that I have plenty of visitors who have come across my way thinking one way, and then they revisit and they're like, oh, my bad. So, you know, okay, so I put that back in the deck. What do I get instead? The exchange is gong. An exciting event, extroverted. And then the vulture. We keep getting the vulture, but this one is now in reversal. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's what it's going on. So it's the opposition, or the not opposition, the dichotomy. It's the like, this is the negative polarity. Now we're looking at the positive polarity. Depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. So that has been crushed. It's seen their death. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And yeah, Ding Dong the Witch is dead. That's what that energy is. Very, very nice. Okay, so this is a different twist on what came prior to it. I mean, it's moving along the storyline. Okay, that's what's happening. That's what's the segue. Now for the these are going to be the header cards. Lily, I don't know what you're referring to, but yeah, I haven't responded to half of your things because I don't know how to respond, or how to. I don't understand. Just to be like straight up honest, I don't understand all of the things that you say to me. So yeah. I figure I know what I'm supposed to know and when I'm supposed to know. And I don't know. But if, from what I understand here, if I'm reading this correctly, if you think I am trying to drain or siphon from you, then you should step out immediately, because that is not what I do. That is not my intention. And so I don't accept any implications of such. I will not allow for any type of projections. So let me just get it straight and clear. That is not my thing. I don't do such things. And that, if that persists, if you feel constantly that way, I highly recommend you step out, because at this point, I will consider that constancy, that type of assertion, as how do you want me to say this? As a source that drains me. It is as is meant to drain me. That it is wasting my time. So I'm just being straight and clear with you. That is how I understand what you are conveying to me. Okay. All right. So my header cards. Wait, first off, no, first off, I'll do my header cards because this is what I'm about. Okay. Ooh, 3, 2, 1, cheese. What is it? 7 of Pentacles in reverse and 3 of Cups in reverse. So this is magnetized enforcements are on point. Okay. This is also the implication again that I am positive positive enforcement, and these negative Nellies have seen their demise, and now celebration is to commence. Now, 7 of Pentacles, this is a harvesting, okay? It could also mean harvest, you know? Given in context to this. 3 of Cups in reverse, though. Upcoming, private, low-key, undercover. This is both private and undercover celebrations. It is current. Okay. All right. So, let me see here. Okay. What does my expanded divine panel of the Infinite 8 want to say about Willie's input here? I'm only going to devote 1 card to that, and leave it at that. Extroverted, 7 of Cups, extroverted in reversal. That is a selection. It's on point. It's making a decision. It's no longer ruminating. So I've already said my piece. I've made my decision. I will not go back on it. If there's any confusion whatsoever, I'm not going to go round and round about it. And this is not a something that's personal. This is just, I'm here for the amplification of good vibes and not to muddle them with any sort of confusion. I don't need that. None of my collective needs that. So there's that. Okay, moving forward. Okay, magnetized enforcements are on point. Okay, what do you want to tell me? My expanded divine panel of the Infinite 8. This, I don't know, how do I feel about this one? Yeah, warm setting is good. Okay. And it looks like I'm a little dehydrated by my lips, but I'm not. That I'll just put on my lip mask. There we are. All right. Excuse me. Let me see here. As I wear my usual. Usual. There we go. There they go. Yesterday was good. I was trying to get into like a midnight reading, but we're still like kind of in that route. Yeah. Okay. Screen test. Okay. All right, what do you want to tell me? My expanded divine panel of the Infinite 8. Magnetized enforcements are on point. What do you want to tell me about this? Gifts unlocked by to the inner wild. 5 of Wands in reverse. This is ensuring no fluff, no conflict, no quabbles. Interesting. All right. Clarified by. Yeah, so I don't know if this like setup is a quirk between what I last worked out or if it is synchronized to like nickel and dime my returns from the setup that I had particularly figured out. So I don't know. I don't know. I've got to believe that the universe has has my best interest in mind, and yeah, and there's no single or entity nor conglomerate that can fug my shiz up. So, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Ta-da! Look at that. It's guaranteeing again, um, a harvesting for me. Jackpot. Um, I would say this is a windfall. Because normally when you receive your jackpot, your wealth, your harvest, even if you invested in the growth of like your return or your investments, how do I say it? Did I just say that twice? Even if I invested in the growth of my inputs, um, it- usually what happens is that there is conflict. People will have something to say about it. People will want a piece. Yeah. Mm, what was once irrelevant is trying to create some type of relevancy. And so here, this is, I would call this a windfall back to back with a Five of Wands in reversal. This is good. It's like half the battle, if not a third of the battle, has already been like won. Um, this is receiving reward and reinforcements safely and peacefully. I like it. Okay, so there's that. Okay, moving forward with this. The Empress. Yeah. Internal. That is I. So yeah, as an Empress, this should be the standard at bare minimum. So the Empress is always guaranteed at least bare minimum, the Nine of Pentacles, um, safety, solace, enjoyment within her own gardens. Um, yeah, and so seeing the harvest through without any static is that is on point. So with that tidal wave and that portal opening, it's almost as though there's a continuous outpour, which means that it's like a self-watering system, self-watering garden. Oh yeah, this is good. Okay. All right. So anything more here? Moving back to this. Oh wait. Can I do that? Clues. Some gemmy gems. Peacock in reverse. Beware of great pride. I don't think I have to worry about that. Yeah, I don't. So, like, they're like, oh, money's changed you. I don't have to worry about it being anywhere near that. I don't have to worry about, because I was never like that. Yeah. So this is like the cousin to like imposter syndrome. Definitely. This is another angle of it, flowing from one extreme to another. And so I don't have to worry about this at all. Yeah, I should be taking pride in the receipt of my goods. I should be feeling good about the returns. Needle and thread inverted. A sincere wish will be granted. Yeah, this is on point. This is to me. Interesting. There's a level of detail pertaining to this. So it's one thing to like find a needle in a haystack, but to thread a needle is another feat. But they're saying, obviously, comparatively, it is much easier. Once the needle is found. Put the needle on the record. Yeah, so the record has been set. Interesting. The record has been set straight. And so now thread, as far as communication, can come through, can pull through. So definitely a sincere wish will be granted. Fantastic. I like it. I've made many a wishes. Especially as prompted within my tarot readings. So maybe those are the ones that are coming through. Like, I'm sorry there was a bit of a delay, but here you are. It is better than what would have been received in the past, especially because of the time lapse. 2717 on the clock. We'll get them. Okay, that's fine. 5 of Wands and the Hermit card in reversal. On the top is the Chariot card in reverse. So there are some, let me see here. Okay. So my riot crew is parked and very aware, like on alert. That's what these cards are. Okay, several here. 2 that are upright. Say 3 of Swords in reverse and 9 of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of okay, so this is my garden, so there's no heartache in that, because I didn't build my wealth based on the backs of others. This is not a codependent energy where I swindled the energy and caused heartbreak or whatever in order to say that this, whatever I've grown here, whatever shows for itself is mine, because I did ill biddings. So that's guaranteed upright. And then okay, Ace of Pentacles and then 6 of Swords extroverted. So yeah, this sincere wish is basically funding. A lot of funding. Holy crud. That's not just a single pentacle. There's multiples of it, you see? Like, yeah. Interesting. So extroverted is the 6 of Swords. And so this is like, yes, there was some turbulence getting it to you, Tina, to me. Oh. Okay, everything is inverted. Okay, so the full card inverted in reversal. 2 of Cups inverted. Knight of Cups inverted. And the High Priestess inverted in reversal. Okay. So, okay. So there was dark energies trying to come through. You see? It's basically in reversal. Trying to hang up the situation, trying to cause confusion, delay, added stories, whatever it was, fill in the blanks, made people like created stories in order to allow others to fill in the blanks, purposeful confusion. This is, what evil sorcery is this? That's where this came from. That's where that came from. All right. But here I have a Knight of Cups. Those are suitors. Those are admirers, people who will come through for me. And the Two of Cups, like good relationships, not just, there's like, romantic and platonic type of energies. That are making their way through, like, how do I say it? Okay. So it's like red rover, let blah blah come over. And then so that busts out, basically. Oh, where are you? So they break this chain, this link, this illusion, whatever this is, yeah. So it breaks this coming through like that, like, oh, where did that go? We're here. Here you go, Tina. That's crazy. Okay. So there's that. Okay. So yeah. We would call those gate crashers, trying to come off as gatekeepers. That's what's happening. All right. Okay. All right. Anything else? Okay. This one. Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this is Phoenix energy. You cannot dispute a Phoenix. You're like, oh yeah, you faked it. You faked your come up. No, there's no possible way you can fake Phoenix status. There's a long line of receipts. A long line of witnesses. Yeah, it's made its mark. Okay. Partnered with Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this is recuperation. This is 14 swords right here. That's the Temperance card within the sword suit. This is recuperations, regaining assets, whatever was lost, hacked, exploited, stolen, etc. They are regained. And yeah. This is not just getting back on one's feet and skyrocketing, but also with the resources. It's like a huge reboot. Interesting. Okay. Let me get a couple of cards from here. Dog in reverse, protection from a powerful friend. Okay, so they've already done their part. What is it? This is someone who's they're operating under discretion. Because this is well intended. So it's only in reverse because it exercises discretion. Like there's something about that there. Okay. Seahorse in reverse. Family matters. External. Oh, this is from like inherited, like an adopted family type of energy. So one that sees me as family, but like it's not blood related. That's what that is. Interesting. What else shall we say from here? Anything more from here? No. Come here. Nine of Swords. Well, this is not about nightmares, at least in the dream state. There's a huge emphasis here, but what I'm also getting from this is it's like mafia emphasis. See, that's crazy. So my powerful friend must be a sharky trying to come off as a seahorse. Like, can you imagine how a seahorse sees a shark? So to refrain from I guess the scare or possibly me getting frightened, they don't, like, if you read between the lines, it is a sharky energy that is assisting me, because this is definitely mafia emphasis energy. Like they made a personal visit. Okay, extroverted. The Lover's card, extroverted. Holy smokes. We're very much the same. Because I keep asking, do they like me? Are they in love with me? Is there a romance? And it's none of those. But it's also not one of those. And it's not supposed to be like read between the lines. This is like, I asked if it's because like we're very similar. And that's where it's like, ding, ding, ding. That's what it is. Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, that's great. Let me get one from here. No, they said to go back to here. Okay. All right. Tell me a little bit more that can be said about it. I mean, with how quiet it was, like how still it was in checking energy, if it had to do with, romance, or if they liked me, or they're in love with me, it came off as like the head person, like the um yeah, like the head person, you know not a sub leader. It's one of the, like, the main leader. I almost thought that was the emperor card. So the boss of that industry or whatever, but they're very much like me. And could I ask for anything more? Like, if they understand me, that's extreme favor right there. Okay, so let me get one more from here. What can be said? Destiny, Wheel of Fortune. Well, they're certainly giving me a big assist here. They're compelled to, they're called to assist. I don't know if compelled is the right word, but I think called and inspired to engage is what they're saying. Okay. Anything else that I can say from it? Not from this deck. They said I can pick from here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, so first one. Purse in reverse. Pay attention to your finances. They're basically saying don't worry about it. It's in reverse. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's true. Okay, that's funny. Okay. Thank you. All right, a second. Dark woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Well, it does definitely, it's confirming me or someone else. Yeah, it definitely has to do with me. So like, I don't know why they would give me such a obvious card if I'm asking about it for me, but I think maybe there's some energies out there, if not myself, at least on the replay, that I would wonder, like, was that really right? And so this is just confirming that. Let me. Okay, I can clarify that particular one. Money path accentuated. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. What the frick? Yeah, so that is for me. What is that all about? So this energy is like intellectual almost. They want to like strive, they want to say like, oh, I'm intellectual, but they're kind of like the Ron Swanson type of energy, in which like they're playful in mysteries and puzzles and all of that, and that's more of like their private thing, especially coming from the mafia. So it's not so like hard line as strategy, but like well placed, like this is their inner child at play, like scavenger hunt time. So it's definitely uh it takes someone who is considerate, basically, that pays attention, that is open-minded and like has it in their blood to fix things, to resolve things for sure. And so I gauge that's why this energy is such a good leader or boss. Definitely. Okay. How weird is that? That is weird. What the frick? What? Waiting for me to find it. What is this? Geocache? Geocache glorified? Okay, so that one has a pop up. 10 of Wands in reverse. It should be like no sweat. energy. Like, no, not a burden. Like, it should be fun. Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is Knight of Cups is a suitor. And he's pouring in as well. So so I would intuitively know there's he's pouring into this crescent moon. But it shouldn't be like neither a burden nor a chore. Interesting. So this is like the playful version of it. They say that you can learn and resolve a lot through playtime, whether that be board games or, just it's a great icebreaker, and also getting to know someone. Yeah, without it getting like too personal or like, oh, I have to like have HR moderate this. No, this is something that is very effective. Weird, because like this energy doesn't normally deal with their other associates like this. It's very select. I can't say like I'm the only one that this energy has dealt with. Yeah, like this. But maybe there's only like one or two, and they're definitely like family. That this energy has like chosen to interact like this. It's giving each other's space, but it's also monitored and still yet engaged. Interesting. Very interesting. That's like a different, like new school way of mentorship. Um, mhm. So I know that it might be considered an insult if you scrutinize the selection of word choice between boss and leader. But to me, I mean, that was accuracy, right? But then this new indication of mentorship is superior to leadership. Um, it's a more well versed version of leadership. So I just thought I'd say, um, only because that's part of the divination here. So, okay. Anything else? What time is it? 47:52 on the clock. Huh? Oh no, no, this is not collective. I mean, if you find relatability in it, that's part of it. Dog close up. Pleasure with a close friend in reversal. I told you this is like an ally. An ally with discretion that moves discreetly. Yeah. But they're strong. They're strong, That's crazy. Who has these kinds of relationships? I do. Anyway. Oh wait, what? I keep what else? So this actually is nice because maybe in true to form, I shouldn't lie to myself and maybe, what do you call it? There's sincerity in deciding whether I want to do it this way or that way in my setup. So if I want only, maybe like, I don't know if YouTube needs to like align their setup between mobile and webcam devices, like tie up any loose ends with that, or if this is quite intentional in the firm decision to forego a certain head count and number system and what do you call it, the algorithm, fantastic, what, gymnastics, the algorithm Olympics, by going on my phone and allowing just like everybody and their mamas, babies, brothers, dogs, whatever, to, bid in on it. Or I can choose to go this route, which is a lot more refined, and I don't have to spend like double time having to look at every single commenter that is trying to siphon my energy, or that of my like just aura frauding. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so maybe this test is to define whether I stay here or stay there, and I kind of like it. I kind of prefer this setup, even though I think aesthetically it's not as favorable. I don't have as much elbow room, even if I position the camera. Oh, shoot. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, shoot. Okay. I think that might work. Do you have that thing there? Cool. I'll scoot it over. Oops, daisy. Yeah, that way you get a view of also my bonus round stuff. Okay. Screen check. Okay, now. Okay. Push back. I'm just trying to do a screen check too, so we get as much elbow room as possible. We will resolve just like this. Yeah, that way we have the thingy thing up there. We don't really need that there, but it sits there. It's my pop-up, thing. And we can shuffle on camera. Okay. All right. What else do I need to know? Bread inverted on the left side. Period of prosperity and abundance. Oh, look at that. I can always look out for that. It landed on my left thigh. I mean, it did a little skating action. It went over here. So it's definitely, I get to get bread. This is wonderful. It's fresh bread too, because it's inverted and it landed right on my lap. That's cool. I like it. Oh, let's keep you right over here for safekeeping. And then here. Tell me more about this bread. Period of prosperity and abundance. Okay. Okay. Well, first off, Two of Cups in reversal. And then King of Cups is down there. And it's inverted. Okay, I get it. Okay, hold it. Burp. See? King of Cups. Okay, inverted. Okay. I mean, this is not too bad. I mean, Two of Cups in reversal. Internal, external, well-intended. This is external and it's ill-intended. So obviously it goes with the territory. Anytime there's like, oh, remarkable, whatever, people are gonna have like they're sour pusses. There's sour pusses right here that just want to land and lap and they want to be part of your crowd. And they're like, oh, good for you. But it's like guards, take them out. You take them out. King of Cups knows what that's all about. Because like these energies that are opposition, that's it goes by many faces. So here, this is the guard, this is the bodyguard. Knowing that there are energies from different walks of life, opposing energies, and the only thing that they have in common is like shit starters, shit talkers, etc. And so that's the only thing they have in common. And when they when like the police arrive or whatever, they run off and they scurry in separate directions, like each man for himself, each person for themselves. And so it's like, whoop, up, 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 up. You're out of here. That kind of energy. Bam. Look at that. Okay. Anything more from here? I got to go pee first. Excuse me. I need to put the camera thingy on. So I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. Well, the nice thing about this is that you can see, like, just enough around here without me showing any portion of my femininities. Okay, let me have a drink real quick. So we gotta see the positive in everything. Okay. All right, which one were we gonna go with? This one. Bingo. All right, what else do I need to know now that that's taken out of the way? The obvious portion of it. What should I know about? So this is magnetized enforcements are on point. So enforcements are basically like solid, stable, reliable resources. They're live. They interact. They respond. They are clear about their messaging. They're effective. Okay, so those are safe assumptions that we can make about enforcements. And magnetized is, even if there's like an obstruction between like metal and magnet, if there is like a paper or cardboard or whatever, it doesn't hold up the magnetism. Like, it's almost as though whatever comes in between does not exist. It is irrelevant. So that's the case that we're looking at when we elevate our vibrations to a higher dimension. Like, everything else seems petty, when so that's what they're saying there. So it's that kind of disappears. It becomes irrelevant. There are stronger forces in play. So looking at that, what shall we say? Because this is Gifts Unlocked by Tooth and Wild. And this is wonderful, seeing that I will get my rewards. Okay. Okay. Extroverted is the Seven of Cups. A lot of options. A lot of things I can choose from. I can engage in activating, not just making a choice, but a choice based on my preferences. How great is that? That it's not just an option between here and there, yes or no, do or die. That there's several options and it doesn't have to be a multiple choice question. The energy behind this is that there are resources, there are options readily available in lap on my doing side. Like it came from almost like center to the right side of my lap. So they're readily available. Resources appear. Fantastic. Okay. Any more on that? And look, they're within reach. Okay, one last thing about this. 8 of Cups opening up to the 10 of Cups. 18 of Cups, that is the moon card. Full moon, still in effect. Do not worry, this is a witching hour moon. And 10 and 8. So this is, oh, okay. This is a whole lot of fulfillment here. So much, it's like, you know, when you haven't laughed, like, let's say I haven't laughed this hard in such a long time, like my face is starting to hurt. It's like that. I'm starting to get abs from laughing so much. It's like, and it's not easily dismissed as like, get out of here, you know, like, this is like, this is, an overflow of enjoyment. It is wholesome. Like I haven't felt like that in such a long time. This is like, huh. But 8 of Cups is having to leave something. Like it's so much. What is that? I don't understand. This is weird. Like, I think it's to regulate one's own perspective. Because, like, when you get into that energy, especially with any new energy, whether or not romance is in the picture, like, one can, like, there's a pitfall in like, what do you call it? There's a pitfall in romanticizing it, you know, whether or not it's involved. There's there's extreme favor. So when you're a person of affluence and impact, of great influence, it is important to be cognizant of your surroundings, the normal patterning, and the new patterns that are introduced. So it is equally important to be aware of any display of what is it, love bombing. Because some people are really good at charming others. I I think there are like my ex's ex. Oh my gosh. Um, uh, she's, I don't know if she's still an attorney, but she has a way of charming, like becoming super duper friends with others, and the way my ex explained it, which is very obvious, is that it's part of her job. You know, that it's part of your job as an attorney to that's part of the marketability, seeking favor um, in order to um, lock in the best case. Let's say the best, the optimal winnings. And so, whether you agree with it or not, there is a formulated facade in um, within their means and methods. And so, um, it's just important to know the difference between fulfillment of the Ten of Cups in its singular form before understanding it relative to others. And yeah, because it's like if you're feeling good, like all of a sudden, in a new scenario, it's easy for other people to jump in and say like, "Yay, ta-da, ball pit, yay!" And so that's like some when people can read you and decode you. It's important to keep yourself in check, like the situation in check, by knowing when to exit it, to give it a break, to give it a rest. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. Because some people want, like if they can't get direct access to your funding, to your whatever perceived as of wealth in its direct form, they will attempt to do that by association, through your credibility. Um, and so even if it's by a name drop, that's still winning. That's still better than what they've had before. So that's why that's important. Yeah, that's true. That was very interesting to decipher. I thought I had to check the energy at the last stretch of it to make sure that I wasn't just like reading it in its logical form, like trying to just psychoanalyze and that was it. But that's the true energy there. Okay. Because it was still on deck, it didn't like part itself out from there. So that can happen in any chapter of your story, or of our story, really. Of my story. Okay, something fell down there, but what is this? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles and the Sun card. Yeah. So when you're shining, when you're glowing up, like as a business person, um, like doing fantastic, phenomenal. There's no doubt, like that I am the generator, of such that that I would encounter something like that. What fell on the floor though? Okay. Extroverted on my recipient side. Ace of Wands in reversal, extroverted. Yeah. So a sincere wish has been granted, and this is like this is being recognized for this is acknowledgement, this is recognition, public recognition, like bibbity bubbity boo, Tina. There you go. There you go. Not just you know it, like you don't just right, you're not the only one that knows that you depict this energy, that you embody this energy. And not only do the underground know, but everybody else knows. Everybody else knows. So interesting. This is also propagation. So this is being transplanted over to a new environment, new acknowledgments, a new standing. Okay. It's weird because, like, in this earthly realm, the only way that you are truly acknowledged um, for whatever is if you, like, show me the money, basically. That kind of energy. If you can tie, what is it, when you Google up like a celebrity or something, what in net worth, that's what it is. When you can add a value to your name, which is freaking crazy, right? So, like, all of, like, the famous artists um didn't mean shit until um there was bank tied to it. So I guess that's the petty part of it all. I mean, it is a means, and I'm not to regulate everything, but I think what Spirit is just trying to show me is how to budget my efforts and my energy amongst several investments, including other people and how other people treat me. And even if I don't set a tone or precedence, if understanding people in their natural habitat and how they become introduced to mine. Because, like, when you network on that level, it can be extremely exhausting and draining to have to, like, itemize each and every, like, what is this person thinking? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's too much. I'm supposed to enjoy, some of this world too. So this is just like a rough sketch. Like, these are just concepts to throw in there, like put a bug in your ear kind of energy. Throw that concept about like little Play-Doh, figurines, and just get a feels for it. And you remember, like, it's playtime a little bit with these concepts. Okay. Okay. A little bit more on the concepts, and then we're going to do the takeaways. Okay. Pale. Time to get out of a situation. Oh, yeah. So this is about transplanting. Yeah, for sure. Interesting. Transplanting. But the pale is also to depict, like, a source of water as well. So it's not like I'm just transplanted and like left high and dry. Yeah. Okay. Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Um. Okay. I think it's just hallmarking what I've been through. And all right. So, like, I know we said a lot of words here, but um and pertaining to, like, very common concepts, but they can easily be forgotten when you get lost in the sauce. So that's just a reminder, like flashback instead of flash flood warning, that kind of energy. Third clarifier. Clouds in reverse, temporary problems. Yeah, see, lifted from it. Um, all right, so now it's time for the takeaways. Okay, so there's one, the second deck, and the third. Okay, all right. Let me put that all in order here. Okay. So first, this is takeaways time. 1:14:25 on the clock. Bottom of the deck. This is top bottom. Eight of Swords in reverse. Freed up. Four of Wands. To a new establishment, a new home, a warm one. Home and hearth. This is self-realization. Okay. So understanding that this isn't just like a map out, a blueprint of logistics, but relatively like, where am I on the map? Like, I am part of the map. Um, where's the place that I currently reside at being drop shipped into this realm? Okay. Self-realization also means like, oh, I am this, but I also got myself here. And this is overall awareness, like the journey from spiritual, energetic, physical body kind of energy, mental scapes, all of that. The journeys. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck to this one. Just as is, like that. Caterpillar in reversal. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming, and that's in reversal. It's happening. It's happening, guys. Okay, so what is this titled again? Magnetized enforcements are on point. Okay, all right. Yeah, so things, it is happening. All right. Haystack accentuated. Yeah. Karma, you will reap what you sow. Accentuated. It's happening. I like it. Is that that's the bottom? Okay. And then bottom here is Ace of Swords in reverse. Some things to pin down. Again, like placement on the map. I wouldn't say this is like quite like the Two of Wands in reversal, like to be announced, to be determined. Like some things need to be refined and detailed and planned out. Like missing details. This is the Pinterest program. Project Pinterest has emerged from gifts unlocked. Yeah. Project Pinterest. Okay. What do you like? You can have whatever you like. That's what it is. Okay. Top of the deck. No secret to the sauce. Knight of Swords. Things are moving quickly. So this is like pin the tail on a donkey a little bit. Like, it feels like a moving target because things are happening so quickly. Interesting. Okay. I mean, what they're giving me is like bon voyage, like a going away, type of thing. But that is done like on a speedboat. So it's almost like the takeoff is the start of a like roller coaster ride where you just like Montezuma's Revenge, where it's like, that kind of takeoff. So it's not as sweet like, oh, bye. What the heck? Hold on. Let me just double check here. This is a quick takeoff. This is like a flying aim or something, because this is also like, bullseye type of energy. It's kind of like that. All right, we'll go ahead and move forward with these. Okay, so 2 takeaways from my super duper refined divine collective. Okay, first one. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Opportunity. Dissolving. It's a dissolution, a broken arrangement, a breached. Yeah, like a broken contract, a breached contract, a bad contract, so it's dissolving. Like, that's weird. Okay, what the heck? Okay, which one? Second one here. Okay, clarified by. I mean, if it has to do with education and like a retraction of like, oh, I'm sorry, you committed or you signed up for this class or whatever, it is no longer available. It's not. It might not be taken on a personal level. Like we didn't have enough of a head count, let's say, to um, move forward with it. Um, it's kind of like, is that how Kickstart uh like arises? As if like you have to get a certain quota of a head count of interest before you move forward with it. So it's like a funding of interest before it actually transpires. It's something like that, so it could be like if that has to do with like an educational type of workshop class or whatever, there's a pullback on that because there was not enough headcount, or like let's say it could be other worldly matters like COVID or whatever, or like a family emergency for that instructor or whatever. And so and they had to go on leave. It's something like that. Yeah. Okay. Clarified by bag in reverse. Something important such as a new job or a raise in reverse. What? That's weird because I asked if it was an opportunity, and that could be, like but it was a no. Whether past, present, or future, it was a no. This pertained more to what I just said. So I don't feel it's not about discretion either. So maybe there's a pullback on something because like something is dissolved. Like it's. I mean, this is what happens in pop-ups too. Like if there's not enough vendors, let's say, or if the contracted location is going through something, then they reschedule to another place or whatever it is. Um, the thing, something important, such as a new job or a raise. So it doesn't have to do with an opportunity. That's confirmed. Okay. So okay. So this is good despite us using the word dissolving or dissolution or bad contracts or whatever. This is in the best interest because it doesn't affect prospects, whether it be a new job or monetary involved. It's in reversal. So that's some peace of mind, okay? Um it's in good favor. Yes. Okay, clarified by. The moon card in reverse. Intentions? Not everything is what it seems. Okay. Do we get one more card out of this? Okay, yes. From here? From here. Okay. Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so that's no bullshit. Okay, so this has nothing to do with lies, deceit, as far as like in our best interest, or in your best interest, okay? Um like it doesn't, because the moon in reverse can also mean like lies, deceit, deception, um mm, yeah, illusions, masks, that kind of thing. This one is no bullshit. Okay. This is more about intentions. Like, what is the most constructive way to go about this? And it looks like a the best way is to like dissolve a contract that's bad, that's been breached, that's not right. And rather than scrutinizing on why this is or that is, it's just matter of fact it is. And it's meant to not get in the way of things progressing. Okay. Okay, so they said leave it there for that. Okay, so your second takeaway is the Lover's card. 'Tis the Lover's card. Okay, so this is self-actualization. These are great contacts, long-term bonds. Okay, clarified by yoke. Feeling tied down or frustrated. What? This is a lot of obligation. Oh, okay. So when you transit between things being like this and then being like that stress being alleviated through dissolution or whatever, then your life is on fast forward and spirit's like, oh, here's something better all of a sudden when you're trying to tie up loose ends at the other thing, or it's so quick, like it is what's going on here, what's going on here. So it can be a little frustrating to pivot so quickly. It's like you know, like the Wild West, you know. So it can feel a bit consuming. But let me get one more card out of that, yeah. And some the other thing, in hindsight, like for a certain percentage of you, have not like fallen in love or been like interested in a long time. So it's like, how do I go about this like dating thing again? Like it's not something that you can just Google up and rely on that. Like life is a lot more complex and varies from person to person, to each their own. Everybody knows that. And so having to go through like a cookie cutter checkpoint of how other people depict it when it's like is kind of ridiculous. So yeah, so there might be some like stage fright type of energy in that department. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we get one more to clarify on that one because that one's a little muddled for me. Lightning. More in upright. Control your anger or you will be sorry. What the frick? This is weird. No, this is correct. Okay. So on the other end, because like there's good blood and then there's bad blood here over here. So like there's past relationships that are looking in and they're a lot more like upset, more than upset, like ridiculously involved mentally, emotionally, physically, all of that. They're a lot more invested than they should be. It's not even, it has nothing to do with them. So it's just jealousies. So there's something about that here. Yeah. So this is like the well-intended and this is the ill-intended. Yeah, those are two different impressions here. And what can I say out of this one? Dissolving, intentions, no bullshit. This is a more developed way of knowing how to navigate. Like, how do I say it? This is a spirit's way of saying, like, what do you truly value? Do you really want to have a relationship? Like, it's on the table. It's available. There are some like minor challenges to it, and the extreme challenges are not shouldn't be any like shouldn't be weight bearing to you because it has to do with somebody else. You know. So the heavier stuff is having to do with someone else, and it's for you to decipher. But this Lover's card is upright. You're showing up correctly. There is a high degree of magnetism here. It is enforcement, so it is a great support system for equal alike. It's just yeah, so there's that. Okay, clarifier to that one is King of Cups in reverse. So you get it. Internal, external, ill-intended, well-intended. Okay, so the dominant force here, luckily, is the King of Cups in reversal, which is well-intended. They are just kind of pouring back into their own cup. They are reconciling personal differences and how they used to see things to now how they see things now. So it's reconciling those differences, like, okay, that X's out that. That is now irrelevant. That is now obsolete. Okay, this is where I'm at. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, this is a personal checklist of and this is just about their health and well-being so that they know what they bring to the table. It's basically how a dude fills up their own cup so as not to bring in their own baggage of complications, like, you know, to the team. Yeah. So there's that. Okay. All right. Okay. So this energy is not like, I can fix you. I can help motion those things. This is something that they're doing on their own. And I think the great teacher here is having, that's why this is in the picture too, of that energy, the new love prospect or whatever, is they see how you they observe how you deal with this bullshit energy, and it helps them also reconcile the missing pieces of, like, well, what about this? And like, oh, I see how you handled that. They might not say anything to you, but that's like, okay, all right, I'm safe here. I'm good. Okay. Now it's time to turn it up. All right, so takeaways for my partners in peace and quiet. 1 or 2? 1, 2, 1. Okay. Your first takeaway is, or are, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. No lacking. It's practical magic employed. Clarified by flag, extroverted. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Okay. Okay. So when you lower a flag, that means, like, that's heart. Someone has died. You know, remembrance of someone has passed away is in honor of them. So, that's the only time the flag is lowered. Okay. All right. Clarified by it goes with, like, the no lacking card. 5 of Swords in reverse. this is opting out of, like, foregoing any quarrels. Like, it's like petty stuff when people try to opt you into a fight, pick on you kind of energy. So as far as not lowering standards, it's like I'm whole and I'm at peace with myself. Just because you are disturbed and are bored, it doesn't mean I have to accept that. So it's like, this is also like if somebody's trying to minimize what you do or what your accomplishments are, to not give into even that conversation. Okay. And so it's opting out. Like, that's that. Anything more? No. This is just basically signifying that we're in a better place, a better timeline, a better person than what we used to be, and so this new and improved version of our life logistics, it can incur some haters, but that's just confirmation, like certified stamp. Yep. That's like on your passport in delivery. Like, okay, that's confirmation you've made it. um, yeah. All right. So my 3 takeaways. First one is extroverted. 2 of Wands, extroverted in reversal, to be determined, to be announced, to be determined. Yeah, it's just to be determined and undefined. Undefined. Okay. All right. Clarified by Wheel, extroverted, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. What? What? How is that making any sense? I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That's true. Let me get a clarifier from here, because that might be just interference here. Because this is like, again, this is 4 of Cups. Yeah, this is a kind of like a rumination, like you don't see it really. Okay, is this interference? It is interference. So people are trying to interject themselves. So we rebuke that energy and we're going to pop these right back in. Okay, and then get new ones. So 2 of Wands upright, decisiveness, clarity, correct plans for me. The description of intentions in reversal. So some things in the mix in the writings. Okay. Clarified by the wheel in reverse. Cutting to okay, basket, recognition, reward for merit. Yeah. So definitely. Yeah, this kind of energy that interjected themselves, that whatchamacallit, is trying to play in my face, like at a distance. They are absolutely gifted, but they're throwing away their gifts in these efforts, like trying to mix things up, because it's I don't need to explain further, but if they obviously they cross paths over here, not just for sheer practice, like a pop quiz for myself, like ad lib pop quiz. I'm supposing that spirit wants me to take on their gifts. Yeah, because like, why would you do that? Like, like I don't care to ask like, what's your problem? It's more like, I don't know why I keep getting like you're a waste of space. Like I don't know why I keep getting that. Maybe it's something that they've heard in their, like they've heard a lot in their lifetime. That's why they don't care about how they assert themselves. Yeah, maybe that's what kind of upbringing they came from. Like, yeah, hurt people, and that kind of energy. Anyway, let's clarify this. 4 of Cups, making the right choice. Seven of Wands. Yeah, this is having an advantage. Oh, so I am supposed to. Let me just get. Yeah. Okay. Let me get a clarifier. I think I am supposed to take their gifts away from them. Desk inverted. Pay attention to your work. Inverted. Okay. So this was definitely practice for sure. Yeah, that was definitely practice. Confirmed. Anything else? Yeah. These two. Yeah. Okay. Casket. Someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Okay. And bridge. Successfully overcoming a problem. Okay, so I succeeded that test. So this is like the bonus exercise. So was this exercise coming off well intended or ill intended? That was ill intended, but I get bonus points off of them, which means, so what is my reward? Well, accentuated. Family wishes come true. Interesting. Okay. Accentuated. And that's multiples. Okay. All right. Okay. So we leave that kind of to be announced. It's kind of scripting right now. The introduction, intentions, etc. It's kind of like behind the scenes, but this is kind of like a circular motion. Like one is feeding the other. Yeah. Okay. So my second takeaway is oh, excuse me, 4 of Pentacles. Ownership. Ram. I'm supposed to be inverted. A stubborn, aggressive person. Yeah, there's someone trying to like take over my being, trying to, yeah, that's what's happening here. So this is an FYI. They're very much ill-intended. This is like more than just a destiny swapper. This is like trying to play in my face, like so that I am, because they understand. This is like reading between the lines. They recognize how powerful I am and speaking upon anything. So when I speak, like when I'm doing divination and it appears as though I'm speaking ill upon my life, there's a course correct in saying like, in your face, bitch. No. I realize that's trickery. So yeah, there's someone that has what is it? What is it? Inferiority complex. So they like, regardless of who they're trying to impress, it's the energy that they're addicted to in trying to impress others, to say that they are worthy, they are worth it, they are worth recognizing and placing above others, that others see as worth recognizing. And it's like, it's always like, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. So it's not always like me, that type of energy. This is like me first, me motherfucking first, that kind of energy. That's crazy. All right. Yeah, trying to gain ownership. So can I throw this back? Yeah. Well, I muted that energy. Yeah, this is confirmation on muting. So we'll accept it as, instead of like trying to like get at me, this is more of like, I claim ownership, and so there's no allowance for extra seating, for any bullshit. So this is muting the energy as they come forward. So it's like a dissolving, like as they come forward. So let me get a clarifier to that. Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, freeing myself from it. So that is excellent. That's my second takeaway. Which is removing obstacles, basically. Almost effortlessly. That was like, it just happened like in a snap. Yeah. All right. My third takeaway. So this is saying that not only am I well versed, but like I'm light on my feet, almost like I can detect certain frequencies quickly. Like I don't get too comfortable, like, oh, I've got it now, we're closing out now and everything's all good. Like I can detect bullshit like instantly. So anyway, that's that. Nine of Pentacles. My garden is still blooming. It's good. You didn't trample on anything. Clarified by, that means I'm still an empress. Like, look at my freaking garden. It's still good. All right. Lion, extroverted, time to act. Let me get one clarifier on that. From here? Or just go from here? They said jump back to here. Okay. It can go both ways. Dominant here. Still confirm that way. Two of Swords in reversal, inverted, and Two of Swords extroverted, upright. Okay. So for me, this is a cleared path, but it's also ensuring that it's cleared from any obstructions. Time to act. This is like instantaneous, like on your feet, soldier, without being so defensive. You know, this is like on alert energy, 24/7. This is like, I have something worthy to protect. And so this is, again, magnetized enforcements. This is like the cue, like, you know, ready, aim, like fire. This is like the cue, time to act. So this is magnetized enforcements are on point. That's very good. All right. Okay. Clarifier to that. Is this my third takeaway or a second? I think it's the second one. Yeah, okay, that's the second one. But last point to clarify. The World card ended it. Yeah, so ended that bullshit. Okay, it's just reconfirming that. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. My third takeaway is Nine of Cups in reverse. Cain, extroverted. Pay attention to your health. This is also external. Put these back in. No, we get clarifiers to them. Okay. So to the 9, like, why is this important to me? This is like a beware type of energy. Like, you better step off type of energy. Like, these are energies that are not happy with themselves nor their lives, nor no aspect of it. So that is clarified by the Magician. Yeah, these are functional, like functional alcoholic type of energy. So these are like upright, you know, like they go with the means of society, what's acceptable. They got their prescription to say, like, they're not loco, and as long as they take this pill, but that pill becomes a dependency to regulate their bullshit that's going on. So they go through the checklist, like, okay, whatever. But it's kind of like the version of the 1950s housewife and just trying to get through things. So they look like an upright, upstanding citizen, but behind the scenes, they're this type of energy. They're just not happy. Yeah, they're just not happy. And so they can get away with quite a bit, in like throwing somebody under the bus. Yeah. And I think with that, I mean, it's saying pay attention to your health. So this is weird. What the heck? Why is this here? I don't understand. What I was gonna say, that these are the energies that have like extreme romance flings, because it's Nine of Pentacles in the, I'm sorry, Nine of Cups in the background in reversal. So the extreme force of like the prefixed energy tying into this, same, different. It's same energy. So their core is like very turbulent, and very insistent. So they engage in like crazy like Hollywood affair scandal type of energy. Even if they have like a regular schmegular life in the office, there's stuff going on in the background, like some scandalous things. Yeah. Anyway, let me go ahead and get a clarifier to that because it's strange to me. Like, why is this here? Cup, extroverted. You should accept valid criticism. That's that energy. This is totally external. So it does relate to the cup energy. Like, that's that energy. So it's like, there's other practitioners here. There's other practitioners here that are guilty of this kind of bullshit. Obviously, whether they're on my live, like watching in the background, or on a replay. But there's certainly that type of energy here that's strong enough for me to have to point it out. Like if you're gonna be here, you might as well hear it, from source. And like nobody, I don't think anybody is going to be as truthful to you as I am in this instance, unless, let's say, it's you're on the way to like your ex, like you're like someone that you really bump heads with that you don't want to hear from. But from like I'm just reading the energy and on what the cards are showing, what they're showing me through the cards. Excuse me. And so this is the it's just weird. Yeah. What the frick? Okay. So why is this? Am I just like the messenger here? Like why is this? Oh, if somebody's going to try to like flaunt their energy and their powers in my face, like just to prove it to other energies that they're worth it so that they can be happy with themselves, then I might as well use this forum to say, like, in your face, the truth. Yeah, this is like this is weird. Okay. Yeah, somebody like I feel the heart chakra like yuck. All right. Anything more? Can I put this away? No, leave that there. And then more clarified from here. 2. Okay, just to seal it. Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, shit starters. Okay. Or they have to start addressing whatever it is. Clarified by. Inverted. 4 of Wands inverted. Are muted. They're definitely not happy in their home or with their body or who they are, what they've become. That is that energy. So on a singular scale, they're not happy with themselves, and by default, it is affecting their domestic realm, or it has already. Interesting. All right. So, Spirit, I don't really want to have someone else take up one of my takeaways. Can I do one to kind of, can I just say like that's, like I don't feel like I should give one of my takeaways off as like charity. I don't think with this kind of like magnetized enforcements are on point that I like should. I mean, can I do one more as like for me and like that's like shoved off my plate? That's for them. Yes. But they said to move backwards. So I can start with this one as clarify, or like my third takeaway. King of Swords. That's the truth. That's Archangel Michael right there. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Clarified by cracked cup, extroverted, dissatisfaction with life. There's a lot of this around me. This is not internal. This is external. Yeah, that's why Archangel Michael made themselves clear. Like, time to act. Like, this is magnetized enforcements, like on the tail end. Like the attempts to have to clear the path. They notice that some things need to be cleaned up, like cleared up anyway. Dissatisfaction with life. All right, let me see what they say. Okay. Nine of Swords. There's a huge emphasis on that. Like Nightmare on Elm Street kind of energy. Yeah. So I don't really know what to say about that. Is there anything else that I should divine off of that? No, just leave it like that. Just leave it like that. I don't control everything. So obviously when I had to exchange some cards to clarify, to straighten things out, it still gave a certain tone of dissatisfaction on the outskirts. And so what they're saying in hindsight, or like, to provide clarity and sum it up, like on the footnotes version, like, I am winning bigger than what is what it what impression it gives. Like, what, how do I say it? I am um mm, um they're just saying I am actually winning bigger than what it seems. hmm Um, so, not to downplay my achievements nor my placements, because some will be so eager as to jump on any opportunity to do that, especially if they see me falter. So, that's that. hmm Um, mhm. This includes my divine collective for that particular energy. hmm That's another concept for sure. All right, that's it for now. Okay. I tried to make it as positive as possible for the integration of the devil card for season 2, episode 15. But next episode is the 16th. That is the tower card. There's um, that's enforcement, bottom line. It's irrefutable. So yeah, it's so discerning, it's non-transferable. So that's that. All right. Thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. But now that this reading is official, these readings are officially over. I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, properties, passions, pursuits, and prospects from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof, the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought form, pattern, and or entity, to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting to love and light energy, and to be refortified and me hassle-free, no doubt, and no attachment, except for all bonus points included. Thanks so much. It's 2:34 a.m. Whoop, whoop. All right, Duper. Closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mind with their appropriate karmas, due assisting with a sequence of rollout. In light and love, I close the portals in these readings. Now,